Sources tell Fox News that President Trump's going to make a decision on the Paris Climate Accord in the next few days. Odds are, sources say, we're out. Joining us now is former Senator Tom Coburn. He's the author of the new book, Smashing the D.C. Monopoly. There's another title I could learn to love real fast. Now, you had a lot to say about Paris when you were in the Senate.
Sure.
I take it that you thoroughly approve of us getting out, if indeed that's the decision.
You know, it doesn't have anything to do about climate. It has to do with a lousy agreement. We pay a bigger price than anybody else in the world pays in that agreement. It wasn't balanced. So if we're going to have a climate accord, it ought to be one that treats us fairly. And that's what Trump's whole position is. It's not a debate about climate. It's about one that shares the burden equally. China gets off the hook in that. India gets off the hook of that. So how is that we have big trade deficits with both of them, and yet they're not participating in a fair way in that Paris climate?
So your opposition is it was a lousy agreement?
Yeah, almost everything that the Obama administration did in terms of agreements.
Okay, we'll now go to the core of it. Is the planet warming? And if it's warming, is it the result of human activity? Because that's what the Paris Accord was designed to address.
I understand. And the studies right now would tell you that we're not warming right now.
Really?
No.
What's this all about? 99% of all the scientists say
well,
the science is in and we're warm.
They picked the 74 that they wanted to say that, and then they self-selected that 74 scientists, or 67, I can't remember the number, and then they got that agreement. They got them to say that. If you go and poll, what does the actual data say? I don't think that you'll see 99%. You may see 75-25. You may see 25-70. I don't know that. Nobody knows, because we've had this political mantra out there that says, well, if you doubt what we said, you're a flat earther. You don't agree. So the fact is I believe there's climate change all the time. Some of it may be man-made. So most of it is not. Most of it's sunspot activity and the solar effects on our climate. But the fact is if we're all going to agree to do something, let's do it fairly.
Okay.
And the Paris Climate Accord wasn't fair to us.
I'm just going to ask you to hold